slides or whatever.
Okay, go for it.
Hi, welcome to this amazing recording right here. I'm Barbara Bertuzzi in California, and I have, it's a pink day, and this is our ending and the slides that we're going to go over. So I just thought it would be really good to have what ideas we thought of the need for this part of the program. And then in the future launches that you have, when you're using the recording, this is also a time when you can have someone come in live and help you, assist you with it, and actually make it like a live event, and just do it at the end. And it's a great recap. Mike, I want to go over the slides. I'm on my iPad.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need you to do this for me. Thank you. It's a pink day. We love it. And I think this is a great background just to leave on your TV while you're, getting everything ready too. It looks like you've added a thing to the room, right?
As a matter of fact, yeah, I was also involved in the editing of this. So yeah, that's exactly what it's for, Barbara. It's a beautiful backdrop to whatever you've got going on in your living room.
You can see all your back. You want to do it as a slideshow and
Sure.
see if that'll go away. And this is something to practice, guys, because you know what? It's been a while since, obviously, well, my old computer hasn't done. Okay.
Then she has 2 dogs. And then her
We got
dog,
mute. All right, hang in there, guys. Everybody mute themselves. Thank you. Okay.
I'm glad she has 2 dogs. Hey, Bob, we're glad she has 2 dogs.
So this is going to be what you're going to put on after the video with Joy, right? Or you'll be ready and then you'll have this up.
So if I may, how I'm going to run this is I'm going to have this on the screen. So as guests are arriving, this is going to be on the screen. This is going to be the backdrop to begin to set the stage. And I don't know what else you got going on. I got pink sparkling champagne, or whatever they call that, sparkling wine. I've got hors d'oeuvres with salmon, it's pink, and balloons and stuff like that. Pink tablecloth, pink napkins. So we're going to be serving some hors d'oeuvres and stuff along with this. Anyway, so that's the backdrop. Then I don't know what preamble you have, but we thought it would be appropriate to let the audience know what exactly is the agenda. So this is the broadcast agenda when NECANN goes live. 11 o'clock, welcome, just a couple of minutes, and then Ale will introduce the Pink Collagen Complex launch, and then Joy will cover her presentation in really a short period of time. Then there'll be some testimonials from people who've been selected or pre-selected who've been using the product. And then there'll be connection to launch sites and closing with Jeff Isom and Luis Kasuga. So Jeff and Luis will kick this off. So that's your broadcast. Now, whatever you're going to do between now and the broadcast, the next slide would be it. So I would suggest whatever conversation you're going to have to talk about NECANN and what NECANN's about and so forth, you could use this in the backdrop, which is a pre-awareness, I guess, of what they're going to be learning about the marine collagen and the different products that are in the marine collagen complex, the different fruits and so forth. But the concept here is obviously NECANN draws inspiration from nature's wisdom. And so if you were going to talk to people to sort of set the stage for what they're going to see, I myself I'm going to include the 5 pillars image in this presentation because I do want to talk about the motivation for why I'm doing NECANN and why my colleagues who are co-hosting this event with me are doing Nikken. We're going to get involved in our personal motive behind that, leading up to the broadcast. And of course, at the point of the broadcast, then you go live to the broadcast. So this could be your transition slide as you wait for Nikken to tee up the broadcast, at which point you would switch over to the broadcast and basically pay attention to all of that. The following slides are kind of a short recap of what they would have heard, which you can then pick up then from following the broadcast. You come back to this slide, and then you just remind everybody what they heard, the benefits, and the pricing that's available to them. And here's a slide that you may have not seen before. We actually asked for Alejandra to put this slide on because she showed it to us. It was an internal slide for the marketing department. We said, whoa, that's significant, because it really shows Nikken off as a company that has a product in the space, but it's underpriced relative to the average price, which you can see the horizontal line, $2.38 per portion, is the actual average price, the mean average of all of these items. And these are specific products that are in the marketplace, categorized, as you can see, by the triangle, circle, and so forth. Blue representing, let me just switch this, blue representing marine collagen, the orange representing bovine or animal collagen, the yellow being multiple sources of collagen, and then I guess some of the other ones don't really mention what they've got in it. Beware, buyer beware. And then there's the pink collagen, you can see right there, priced at $2.30 below the market mean. However, when you consider where it's positioned on this chart, the horizontal axis represents value. So that's everything in terms of the ingredients and quality. So super high on value relative to other products in the marketplace, the competitors, I guess you could say, but below mean price. Just a great slide to show people who will be thinking at this point in time after they saw the price slide, how does this compare? And so we answer the comparison that we know they're thinking in advance. And then we thought it would be great if we could get the capture. This is Nikken's way of capturing your audience who's going to start their journey and share their progress. Many of you have already done this. You've pre-registered. So they would simply hold their phone up to the screen and snap that. So I don't know how many people you have in your audience to do this. You may have to come back to this screen and make sure that everybody who purchases does this, because it's going to allow Nikken to stay in touch with our customers and get them more active and create more feedback. It's really, really a brilliant strategy. It's something we've never had in the Nikken product launch strategy before, where Nikken has the customer actually proactive or active in their experience and tied to Nikken through conversation in the backdrop. So this is a really important one to make sure that all of your customers grab hold. And you see that's the 3 different languages. So then there's a video. Now, for me to be able to do this video, I have to forget the sound. You're not going to hear the sound. But it's the preamble to them. You know, the music that Nikken plays when they're doing this. Just pretend you can hear that. So what is this? It's introducing the next step. So here's an opportunity for people to learn more about Nikken on Tuesday. So there's a next step. We invite people to join us at the Happy Life weekly gatherings Tuesday. Again, here's a QR code so they can snap that and register to join us at the Happy Life, Balanced Life. Pretty cool, huh? So we have a post, so we have a follow-up for the consumer and an invitation to learn more about Nikken and the entire Nikken story Tuesday at 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. And then again, they just hold their phone up, and I don't have my phone here. Does anybody have their, let me just move my stuff out of the way. Somebody take a screen cap or a phone and tell me what link is opened up here. It should drive you to either probably a registration page for the Zoom. Is that what it does?
Yes, it sends you to Balance Life, Happy Life.
Is it a
It says-
registration for the Zoom?
It's
Yeah.
goes right to the Zoom link and it says this is a recurring meeting.
Okay, so it's straight on to the Zoom link. So if this was a live meeting, if the meeting goes live, so what I would suggest then you do is you have everybody save that link in their somehow just keep it either open and active in their browser on their phone, or to forward it to themselves in some manner, copy it and forward it to themselves in some manner so that they have the link right there on their phone that they can access the event. So that's that. And then it's, samples and talk and have fun and whatever else you plan to do for your event. Close the meeting and get those people ordering. I don't know if you took advantage of the brochure that you can get, this brochure that you can get your own customized QR code. I'm doing this with 2 other people. So we each ordered from Life in Balance Tools. It'd probably be too late for you now. We each ordered from Life in Balance Tools our own brochure with our own QR code. So each of us will have our own customers, and we have loot bags that we've prepared. I bought pink loot bags, and we're putting a Nikken catalog in the loot bag. We're putting 3 samples of the collagen in the loot bag. We're putting the flyer, and the flyer with our QR code, so that our own respective QR code. So my guests will have my QR code, their guests will have their QR code, so that they do that. It takes them straight to the shopping cart to place an order in their ID, in their personal webpage. So if you didn't do it for this one, consider any future launch that you might have in the next weeks to follow to get your own flyers with your QR codes. Remember, we're trying to make this really easy for people to purchase products, and not everybody purchases on the spot. So they may go home and go home with your QR code, so that when it's time to purchase, all they have to do is point their phone. The other thing that I'm adding in my loot bag is this card, which also
Mike,
has.
can you stop sharing the slides so we can see you better,
Sure.
please? Thanks.
Yeah. So
There you go.
so let me actually pin here. So here's what I was referring to. So this brochure, most of you are getting that in your launch packs, but you can also get it with this removed and your own personal QR code. That you get it from lifeandbalancetools.net for this or any future launch. I'm also including the waterfall because we want to also cross promote the waterfall, since you're going to be mixing the drink with Pymag water, and you might have that conversation to cross promote. Don't get too carried away promoting another product. Remember, the focus on this event is the collagen. Keep it that way. Your customers can come back for more. You're inviting them to Tuesday to learn more. You can have further conversations with your customers in the days, weeks to follow. But anyway, this is sort of a little subtle way of saying, hey, the water you're drinking is pretty special. And if you want to know more about it, click on that link. And so I've got my QR code. So, and my other 2 have their QR codes so that they can promote the water and get the sale that way. So it's a real streamlined way of doing things.
Awesome. Mike, there's another thing that's Ruth Lowe figured out, and I'm working on getting the exact number. But if someone orders the 5-pack that we have available as a business and such, I think that would be available for people on that day. The sachets come to $1.66. So that's pretty significant.
Yeah,
And
we don't have that slide in here. So is there, when you, so they have to register as a consultant?
That's what I believe. A register as a consultant, and I'm
Which
just
is
gonna
how
go
much? What's that? $40? 39?
$39 plus tax, and they get a power band necklace, which is a discounted price. They get another catalog and some information, which is actually pretty fascinating. They have some of the income sheets in there, by the way, because I just ordered one to see what comes in it. And then they and renewal's only $19, which I'm letting people know that too, because I had a few people that weren't sure about renewing as I'm calling them about this launch and having launches in other states. I know people are doing that, but as a guest or a consultant that hasn't been in for a while, just know that they can register and have this launch in their home for themselves, and then plan one in the future with the party and everything together as well, because it is a little bit late notice. But I want to say it's $1.66. I got a text into Ruth Lowe, and I don't have the exact number,
Yeah.
but that's pretty, and that does not include the 5 packs that you get in the pack. It's just the 5 boxes at the discounted price, and so that allows people to have it, give out the sachets, send them out, do like you're doing. I think that's a brilliant idea, because I was like, well, we only have 5 of the 5 packs, but to give out just the sachets in a bag is awesome. So that's a great idea. I think that's awesome. Also, you can get the address labels, the bigger address labels, and put your QR code on that right now, temporarily, until you can get your Life in Balance brochures, because and some people are doing that for the water code as well, Mike, getting the address label, putting it on the card itself if they already have the card. Some people do.
Cool.
So that's
Also,
nice.
not a bad idea to have a business card. And
yeah.
mine has my QR code to the front page of my PWP. So same idea. This is also lifeinbalancetools.net. Good tools for making life easier and more professional.
Mike, I just want to take a second and acknowledge you. Thank you so much for all you do to help collaborate and bring this together, because, oh my gosh, we want to have it, but we also want to have it as simplified as possible. And that's what Life in Balance Tools does for us, is gives us those tools and those techniques. So thank you so much for that. I know people will be having events continued on. It's not like this is the final one. We're going to have more. I'm going to keep calling them launches as the products keep getting out. And then getting people on the beta test, getting their photos done, getting, and what I found for me is it allowed me to, make the commitment. I'm going to do this every day. I have a certain little jar I'm using. I have a thing I'm using. When I traveled, just a quick little commercial here. I accidentally forgot to put my joint capsules in my pill box. And I take 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening. And I'm pretty diligent about that, because I don't want to hurt, anywhere. And I have all my magnets and everything I use. But I have to say, my flight to Denver, the Super Bowl, all that, a lot of things, eating the wrong foods, I did not hurt, guys. And I give credit to the collagen, that it's strengthening me on the inside as well. So it might be doing something for our face but just notice your joints as well. And what did Jeff say? And your gums. So I think that's going to be really great to hear the testing that comes out of that and the shares. So inside out. That's right. Thanks, Jeannie. Okay. So
just one more plug. The catalogs, the 2024 catalogs also include the pink collagen in them.
oh,
And they're also now available through lifeinbalancetools.net. Great thing, but just something you don't know, but I feel you should know. These are $3 a piece. That's not how much they cost. That's how much you're getting them for. Nikken is paying the other $3. They actually cost $6 to make and sell. So Nikken's picking up the cost on this, subsidizing it. You're getting it at half price. So take advantage. Otherwise, this tool won't be here for very long if people don't take advantage of that discounted price.
You want to put that in the, well, I guess people know, but they may not know, in the chat, the Life and Balance link in the chat, maybe? So they can go.
It is in there. So if you're new to the Life and Balance, if you're new to the chat, then you probably won't have it. But if you're not new to the chat, you can. Are you familiar with how to search for something in the chat? I mean, it's the simplest thing to do. It's like searching in anything. You just go to the top menu and in
This
the
is
Q
a
bar.
training. Go ahead
Yeah, it
and do it.
is. I mean, WhatsApp, I don't have my phone with me. It's somewhere downstairs, I think.
Oh.
But it's so simple. WhatsApp is such a useful tool because you can find all the information that's been posted there since you've been on any one group chat. And it's categorized into media, into links, and into, I forget the third category, documents. So I can look for a document, I can look for a link, in which case Life and Balance Tools link would be there. And it categorizes it in dates, so you can see the month that it was posted and so forth. Really simple way to find stuff. Great tool. So that's why WhatsApp has become such a dominant tool in our communications strategy.
Let's take a second and see if there's any questions about the flow of this for people, because that's the whole premise of this. Yeah, go ahead, Denise.
Mike, I was wondering, do you have all of those pages up before everybody comes in? Like you have the slideshow, you have the picture on the computer. And how can you tell which one you're going to next? I know you told us which ones, but if they're all up, how do I know where to go next?
I'm not sure what you mean if they're all up.
Well, you don't want to take the time to find something else and put it up to show the people.
No, you have tabs. Your computer will open up all your
that's what I-
tabs, so you just toggle
Okay.
between the tabs.
So the top of the tab, does it say what that is? So you know exactly where you're going?
Okay, if you scroll your mouse over a tab, this is a lesson on how to use a computer. If you, I mean, the bottom of your, I don't know if it's the top of your computer or the bottom. In my case, it's the bottom of my computer. Here, let me take a screen capture.
How do you do that?
I'm not going to give you a lesson on how to do all this stuff. That's control print screen is how you
Control
take a screen
print.
capture. So now let me see if I can share this. I don't know if it'll share it in the chat. I don't think chats will allow that, but we'll try.
No, just share.
Oh, it did.
Share it.
Okay,
just
have a look.
Your screen, Mike.
Have a look now. Go to the chat, and this is a photo of my screen. And when you open this up, you will see. Let me see if I can even share that.
Why don't you just share it, Mike?
Because you can't. It's a pop-up. So for me to share, maybe I can.
Yeah, you can.
Let me
It's
see
a
if I can
photo.
Share screen.
There are going to be people rewatching this, so.
So here's the photo that I just took. Okay. Now,
Very good.
my mouse is landed. I just hovered my mouse over the PowerPoints that I have open. So I hover over P, the PowerPoint, and what popped up was this little screen down below of the Pink Collagen, the Better Way, and the slideshow. I can then select any one of these and it'll come up on the screen. So I'm going to have my windows open, my Zoom windows right here. I'm going to have my Zoom ready to go. I'm going to have my PowerPoint ready to go, and anything else I might want to share ready to go. In this case, the Better Way presentation is the one I want to share because it has the 5 pillars. And if you're asking about the Better Way presentation, again, that's in the WhatsApp chat. It's been shared in 3 languages.
Thank
Yeah,
you
I like that.
so much.
I like that you're going to have the 5 pillars in there as well. That's really great. And then, you know, it ends on the pink day, so you can leave that up on your screen. If you're linking it to your TV and
Yes.
Mirroring, you can also mirror your Apple to your TV if you're good at that, your Wi-Fi is good. I think that's a great way to do it. And then you don't have the cords per se.
So yeah, coming back to that, the cheers, the next slide is the backdrop again. So once you do your cheers, I think that might be your sampling, your opportunity to let people try the product. Then you just put that next click and you got that background screen again. So you do your mingling, your wrap up, your order entry and so forth with that backdrop. So it's like a full on, nicely staged production, very professional.
Mike, some of us are going to have like a raffle and
Yeah.
such. And so when it's a great way to have a mini commercial without really pushing things and such. And so I have a little card that's a customer registration card with their info on the back. And so every time they do something, if they bring an extra guest, you just put their name and then their guest, and they put in the fishbowl to win either some collagen or a water bottle and such. And the water bottle, I've talked to a couple of people that are having 2 or 3 launches, then they would raffle it at the very end. But every time you do something, whether you sign up and you buy the collagen, you get another slip in the till. If you buy the pack, you might get 2. If you decide to have a party, a launch, a pink day party, then you get another chance in there to win
Great
whatever
ideas.
the things are that you're doing it. And then have the raffle at the very end of the month or maybe mid-April, something like that. That would justify a water bottle, but they can always win a mini power band. And then you can ship it to them. And, we probably have some on hand. But, guys, this is a great incentive. It's a great thing for people to have. And it's $10. So, I mean, what great way to have them win along the way. And if they are willing to have the party, once they host it, this could be the hostess gift, right? So just kind of start thinking out the box of how to have this kind of take off in other areas. And I have to say that silly map really got me going. I'm like, what? Louisiana's not on the map? Mississippi's not on the map? Now I'm still trying to think of who's in Mississippi that would have a launch party for me. But who do you know in those states that aren't there, right? That aren't lit up? There's a lot of people that know and love NECANN as well. I mean,
Let me give some specifics. So I'm going to the dollar store today to pick up one of those raffle things. So those, if you've ever been to the raffle, it's a set. It comes in a pair like this. It's one long strip, and there's 2 tickets attached together during that. So they're all like this. So you give 1 ticket to the person, and you put 1 ticket inside your bin wherever you're going to draw the raffle from. So if they've got 2 tickets, you give them 2 tickets to them, and the parallel tickets to that go into the draw. So that's how you do a raffle. I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing for everybody who comes in the door, they get 1. But I like the idea of if you brought a guest, you get an extra one. So I like that idea. I'm going to use that idea at this. And what I'm raffling is one of the pink collagen boxes. And and I may think about raffling the power band necklace because I don't know if you guys remember, I did a video with my kids over the summer doing the strength test.
Yes.
And so I'd like to be able to play that video for my audience and raffle off the power band. Again, it's just a little teaser of more to come where NECANN is concerned, gets everybody hopping. And I won't be surprised if somebody says, let me try that, and then we'll be doing strength tests as well. But I'm not going to go beyond that. I don't want to cause the meeting to lose its focus, but you just want to get the energy up a little bit.
Yeah. That's great. So I do recommend, as I was late getting on today doing my logistics, I've got the PowerPoints up here. I've got a crashed computer underneath the one I'm on right now. So, do some mocking and do some playing with your technologies because it's quite interesting. But I don't know why my big computer wouldn't email Jeff anyway. I don't know.
Well,
Hey,
let's wrap this so people can watch it and have time to still plan.
yeah, that's true. Sorry. Go ahead.
What do you want to call this video? I'll put it up.
Let's-
right away.
The,
How to run your event, your pink day event.
yeah, yeah. The flow, Pink Day flow, or the slides review. I know Jeff will be going over it again tonight. So get your question. Any other questions, guys? This is the time. Okay. Sue, you look like you had a question. I thought you did. No. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for coming in and doing this. Appreciate it. Totally.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.